Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, is this guy's coworker asking him out?
Also, is this a guaranteed fight with your neighbor?
All that and more on the way next. A 20-year-old unsolved mystery has found its way back into the spotlight. Allie, have you ever heard about the disappearance of Brian Schaefer?
I have, yes.
This is Columbus lore.
It really is.
For RadioU 88.7, a sad story nonetheless, because this is a guy who disappeared in 2006. We're coming up on the 20-year anniversary of when this person disappeared, and it's made its way back into the news because for some reason, surveillance video from the disappearance from the night of the disappearance is now being reshared and, going kind of viral again, even though it's not new.
Oh, okay. This is the same old footage we've all seen.
There's not been a break in the case.
Okay.
There's no new video or evidence or anything like that. But maybe because the 20-year anniversary is coming up, I don't know. But people their fascination has been reignited with this. Brian Schaefer was a medical student at Ohio State University in 2006. It was a night out with friends that led him to what was called at the time the Ugly Tuna Saloona, which apparently still stands to this day, but it's now the Ugly Tuna 2, I think. He went into this bar with friends. There's video of him entering, there's video of him in it, but there's no evidence of him ever leaving.
Yeah, it's very, very strange.
How? Still to this day, 20 years later, we do not know.
Yeah. I remember, growing up seeing billboards of, have you seen Brian Schaefer? And he brought the missing person and all of that. And I actually have family that knew his family. And
really?
So, yeah, it's one of those things where, I am a person that I've enjoyed watching my fair share of true crime, but this story particularly, I think it's because the degree of separation is much closer. It's so much harder for me to, enjoy delving into the details of the case because it just makes me so sad. It's just so awful.
Yeah, because obviously it's not, nobody knows what happened to him.
No one knows.
So obviously as far as people are concerned, he's dead. You know what I mean? Because he just doesn't exist anymore. But that said, it's part of the mystery. You don't know. He could have, some people believe that this was restarting his life or disappeared in some other way that was intentional. And we don't know why that would really be.
Yeah, I'm less likely to believe that theory, although I know that one is out there.
But otherwise, how did somebody, if they were, trying to do him harm, how did they get him out of there without anybody ever noticing?
Right.
So it is a wild mystery. It is back in the news again and back circulating online. And the police, the FBI even, is still talking about it, saying, if you have any idea what happened, you can still help out even 20 years later. It's not it's not helpful to just share what you know.
Yeah, the case isn't closed. They're actually hoping that this new attention to the case and to the video may cause somebody that hasn't seen it before and may know something. Maybe they were there at the bar that night and they saw the footage. I don't know. And so they're hoping that this could potentially bring in new tips, new leads for them to look at. And it's not like that's unheard of. We've seen so many cold cases get solved that are 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 years old. And so it's not impossible to think that this may, never be solved. I think there is a potential, but it's a mystery that it's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. Especially once you get sometimes all these web sleuths looking into it too, that can really lead to some stuff. But then again, web sleuths have also been trying to help because, this has showed up in true crime podcasts and on YouTube and all this and still no actual concrete answers. But hopefully one day, and if you've never heard of the story of Brian Schaefer, definitely look that up today. And I don't know, see what you think.
Yeah.
See what you think, because it truly is a mystery. Welcome to the future.
Okay.
It's here. 8772 Radio U. It's actually at the Boston airport.
Oh, really?
Logan Airport. It's a big airport. Been there.
Haven't been there before.
It's a bit of a maze, but not bad.
Okay.
Actually, I've been to worse airports.
Okay.
Now at the Boston airport, it's just gotten an upgrade because you will find a fully automated White Castle vending machine.
What?
Yeah, you could get White Castle, and really no person is actually involved in the cooking of the burger, the slider, at all. Of course, we've all probably seen, whether mostly at airports, sometimes on campus, these vending machines that will have like meals kind of in them.
Yeah.
But it's like a salad, and those are all prepared by some person off-site and then delivered there, right?
Right.
This is fully automated. The patties are in there, the buns are in there, the ingredients are in there, and then it's cooked up inside the machine and spit out at you, and then boom, White Castle.
Interesting. Somebody says here, this exploring with Josh, I guess he does videos online or reviews online. He said that the sliders that he ordered came out smoking hot, but were nasty looking. And he said he wished another customer good luck after he'd taken his order.
I mean, to be fair, that's just kind of how White Castle always looks.
Oh, really? Pretty nasty?
Yeah. I'm not a fan of White Castle necessarily, except at breakfast time.
Okay. I didn't even know they served breakfast.
They do. That's probably the only time you should actually go. But I am curious if the vending machine can it recreate the sliders even, like, do they taste okay even without any love or care involved?
Yeah, I don't know.
When was the last, so you've never had White Castle? Or?
I don't think I have. I don't think this was one thing that like my family would go eat at.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
White Castle, it's definitely, I feel like it's fallen off, and I feel like they're scrambling to try to find ways to not completely go out of business.
Yeah, they're like, how do we remain relevant?
Because any White Castle I know nearby is pretty much closed, and there used to be several.
Yeah, there's not a lot of White Castles around, so I just never even think about going there.
It's fun to see old White Castles that have been turned into something else because you can tell, like, oh, that kind of looks like a castle, but it's a Starbucks. What was it before?
Yeah.
But yeah, like their in-store experience was not necessarily great. I didn't think the food was very good quality, but at breakfast it was good.
Okay.
But now you still see White Castle, though, in like you may not notice this, Allie, but it's in the frozen section of grocery stores.
I definitely don't notice.
You can buy the sliders, and I think the fries too, and maybe some other stuff.
I might have seen the fries.
You can also now, obviously, the White Castle vending machine, and White Castle was one of the ones that was leading the way with like AI robots actually in White Castles trying to cook the burgers.
Oh,
I think they called it Flippy. I think Flippy was his name, which is really cute.
They should call him Sir Flip-A-Lot.
Yeah, exactly. At a White Castle, come on. Why do they miss that opportunity? But this is the kind of thing that's making them, slowly and surely become more and more irrelevant.
Yeah, you got to be more creative, White Castle. Your name is White Castle. You've got a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah, you're one of the few restaurants that had a whole movie made about you that people liked, and you still can't capitalize on that. How? It's baffling. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. We got to do a love 'em or leave 'em. 8772 Radio U. Let us know your advice for this situation, or you can also chime in with the talkback button in the Radio U app. I've read through this. I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
We have a guy who says, I'm an accountant and generally keep to myself at work. I do my job and go home, never staying longer than I need to. I like the way you think. He says, romantic relationships are pretty rare for me. I'm not terrible with women, but definitely not a ladies' man.
Okay.
I've been working closely with a female coworker, and we get along well professionally. We've attended a few conferences together, but I've never really gone out of my way to spend time with any coworkers. Most conversations revolve around accounting software and numbers. I speak that language fairly well, but it's not really me. Accounting feels like my second language, useful, but not how I connect with people.
Okay.
Recently, she asked me a few times to hang out on weekends.
Oh.
First, she asked me to have lunch alone on a Saturday. I declined because I actually had plans with friends.
Okay.
Then she asked me out for drinks and tacos on a Friday. I declined again because I had language lessons. I'm learning Portuguese to strengthen my connections with my friends from Portugal.
Cool.
Look at you with all your friends.
Yeah, I was going to say, this guy sounds very connected.
Each time, she looked more disappointed.
Aww.
I've always found her attractive in passing, but nothing intense. It only really hit me after our last break room conversation that she might have been trying to go on dates with me.
I think so.
My question is, was she clearly asking me out, and have I been unintentionally shutting something down? The idea of a coworker possibly being attracted to me hasn't really crossed my mind at all. But if I still might have a shot, I might be opening to trying it. What do we do?
Wow.
8772 Radio U, or use the talkback button in the RadioU app.
Hudson, you know my thing is reality TV love shows.
Yeah.
This is just sending my heart soaring through the sky right now. I love all of this.
Who knew an accounting firm could be so interesting? Could have so much drama.
Yes, I'm excited to discuss this with everybody.
8772 Radio U, or use the talkback button in the RadioU app for your advice for this guy. He needs some help.
Yeah.
All eyes are on him right now. We are doing a love him or leave him. This is a Valentine's, it's not Valentine's theme, but Valentine's Day is tomorrow. So we got to do a love him or leave him on the show. We have a guy who is an accountant. He basically says that he leaves work at work. He only goes as much as he leaves as soon as he's able to.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't really connect his personal life with his work life. But recently, a gal at work that he considers attractive has asked him out not once, but twice, and he's turned her down both times, but only after the second time and then another conversation seemed to realize that maybe she was romantically interested and was asking him out on actual dates. Is it too late for him? What should he do? He says he would be interested now if it's not too late. What should he do? 8772 Radio U. I did like the text for some clarification from Jay, who says, did you simply turn her down when she asked you out, or did you tell her why you couldn't? Because he told us there was legitimate reasons why he couldn't go out.
Yeah.
Even though to me, I'm telling you right now, if you were attracted to her at all, cancel those plans.
Yeah, go on the date.
Yeah, your friends would understand.
Yes.
Literally, one of them was, I was already planning to hang out with friends. Your friends will understand.
Yeah.
They should be happy for you, at least on the first date.
I think 100%.
Maybe you always cancel plans. They'll get tired of that. But
Yeah, I think 100% they'd be happy for you. Well, we've heard from cousin Kathy, who is an accountant, by the way.
Okay, some special expertise.
Yes, she says if this accountant wants to try dating his coworker, he should just ask her out. She clearly was interested in spending time with him, so there should be zero anxiety for him to ask her to do something. So just go ahead and shoot your shot if you're interested, if you think she's attractive. Clearly, she was interested in you because she was asking you to hang out one-on-one. That is a date.
Yeah. Danny adding a little bit of trepidation by saying she definitely seems to like you, but you said no twice. I wouldn't ask again. That's if you were in her shoes.
Yeah, she's not going to ask again.
I would be surprised.
You have to make the first
even though
move
you did,
now.
if you did share the reasonable reasons why you were busy, still, it doesn't make her feel like you're excited to be around her necessarily. And it sounds like you weren't until you just realized that she was asking you out.
Well,
so.
sometimes that's how it goes.
Well,
I feel like people
you just don't see people that way.
Yeah, like especially if, as he says, he keeps work and life completely separate, and that's honestly a pretty good thing to do. You need to have that balance. And so he just wasn't thinking in that way. And that's something Steven hit on as well. He said, you know, she asked you out twice outside of work. You declined both times. Dude, what are you doing? You've sabotaged yourself. He says she's clearly into you, but this time you need to ask her.
100%.
Don't mess up this opportunity, and it's very possible she's not going to be into you anymore because you declined her twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I would assume someone isn't into me after the first rejection.
Yeah,
so after 2 rejections, she might not be into it anymore.
I think you definitely have the... If she seems a little hesitant, I feel like you can explain yourself.
Yeah.
And she'll probably
understand.
Do it today. It's the Friday before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
William says, I've definitely been that dense before with past girlfriends and not seeing the signs of someone liking me. She is definitely asking you out, and if you like her, then take her up on the next time she asks you to hang out. Or find something that would be low cost or free to do and ask if she'd hang out, like going for dinner, concert in the park, maybe not this time of year or something like that. I have a friend who was very savvy about a lot of subjects, a very nice guy. Every now and then in conversation, he would have to tell girls that he is not interested because being interested in something kind of seems like someone is being flirty.
Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes flirting can be, it can be misconstrued.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. But I think this is pretty obvious that she's into you. So if you have any interest, why not just try it? See if it works.
Definitely go for it.
Yeah.
And as soon as possible.
Yes. This could be a Valentine's Day romance. I love this.
Yes.
I love all of this.
If you ever have a love 'em or leave 'em, email mornings@radiou.com. Imagine you're a season ticket holder to a hockey team or perhaps any sports team.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And you get this email from the team. It says a bunch of other stuff, but one of the lines in the email is specifically this is a quote. If you went to the gym or did something that produced body odor, please shower before attending the game.
Oh, okay. So this is a problem?
This is an email that was sent out to season ticket holders of the Oshawa Generals, which is a major junior hockey team in Canada. Which is like, it's minor league, but it's not even like NHL affiliated. This is like where the guys play before they enter the draft.
Okay.
We're talking like high schoolers.
Yeah, they're young.
But people still pay to see them because they're so hockey crazed in Canada.
Yeah.
So they have season ticket holders. But apparently some of the season ticket holders are so stinky when they come to the arena that the team had to send out an email to all season ticket holders reminding them to shower before they attend games.
Wow.
What an environment.
Yeah, I was going to say, it must be pretty bad for them to go to this length to, inform people, like, please shower before coming to the game. Like, how bad does it smell in there to require this email?
I mean, I've been to events, of course, once or twice, as in, like, sporting events where you might not expect people to be so stinky. Like, concerts are totally different.
Yeah.
But you're at a sporting event, you don't expect it to stink, and you sit next to somebody, and it's like, this doesn't smell the best. But that's just that's once or twice that happens.
Yeah, I don't think I've had that, but
this happens so frequently
that they send an email.
They sent out an email, and it seems targeted as like they know that it must be season ticket holders that are the ones that are stinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're like, it's the regulars.
Probably because other fans are sitting in a certain section and they're complaining to the usher. And the usher, so then they know, like they've gotten repeated complaints, so they know who's sitting there. That's like, oh, that's Jim. They probably know. The usher probably knows too.
Yeah, he probably is aware. But I will say, having known some people that have children that play hockey, hockey gear.
Oh yeah,
smells terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And so what if the real problem is just that it's you're in a place where there's a lot of hockey gear. Mm-hmm. It's not in the professional realm of it. It's like it's a little bit. There's not as many people involved making sure those smells don't get out.
Okay.
And around, and the stuff isn't getting laundered probably as much as it would on the NHL side.
Okay.
And also, what if some fans of this team are people that also like to play hockey? And I'm
sure they are.
Yeah, and they're coming from their own games that they played, and they, happen to maybe didn't get to shower before that.
It's not the shower, it's that they have an Oshawa Generals jersey
that they don't wash.
That they love, and they wear to the games to cheer on the team, but they also wear it when they go play hockey.
Oh, yeah, that would smell really bad.
Yeah, that would definitely, especially over time, that would really rack up, so they gotta wash the jersey.
Yeah, one of my friends, she has her son, he plays high school hockey, and she said he does travel hockey sometimes.
Yeah.
And she was traveling with him, and they didn't want to leave his hockey gear in the car, because as soon as you get in the car, then it smells terrible. So they brought it in to the hotel with them, and she said it smelled so bad that she couldn't even sleep.
You have to, and this is from my dad, who's played hockey for 50 years. You got to air out the bag after every time you play.
Yeah.
Some of it needs to be washed, but you at least have to air it out. You got to open up that bag, hang stuff up, keep it fresh.
Yeah.
But other than a jersey, there's shouldn't be much equipment that would cross over between the fans and so I don't know. I still feel like that those players have to be pretty stinky
for them to smell that bad.
For them to be emailing the season ticket holders to shout. Get your popcorn ready. It's our Friday tradition, the weekend watch list, letting you know which movies are new you could be watching in theaters and at home this weekend. We got some big ones coming out today, starting with, Allie, your favorite, Wuthering Heights.
Oh.
Starring Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi and directed by Emerald Fennell. Tragedy strikes when Heathcliff falls in love with Catherine Earnshaw, a woman from a wealthy family in 18th century England. Wuthering Heights is now in theaters.
That's the description it gives?
Yes, that's what I have written here.
This movie is a disgrace to Wuthering Heights.
It has a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Higher than I thought it would be, honestly.
Barry Hertz of the Globe and Mail says, no amount of meticulously composed shots trained on an aspic-entombed prawns or freakishly large glazed strawberries can distract from the gaping holes in absolutely everything else on the screen. Ruthless from Barry Hertz of the Globe and Mail.
Gaping holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freakishly large glazed strawberries. Does this take place at Erewhon? So that's Wuthering Heights. That's your romance option for the weekend since it is Valentine's Day.
Don't watch it.
Also out this weekend is Goat, starring Caleb McLaughlin and Steph Curry.
Yeah.
A small goat named Will gets a once-in-a-lifetime shot to join the pros and play Rollerball, a high-intensity, full-contact sport that's dominated by the fastest, fiercest animals in the world. Ridiculed by his teammates, Will becomes determined to revolutionize the sport and prove that small can ball.
Oh, wow.
Goat is now in theaters. It has a 79% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Not too bad.
Brendan Yu of the New York Times says, it's a story with few surprises and mostly rudimentary emotional concepts, but it's enlivened by artwork and colorful texture and a dynamic animation style.
It does look very beautiful. I've seen trailers for this and commercials for this for a while, and it looks really like almost Zootopia-esque with the animation. Very inviting and colorful.
Also, apparently, David Harbour's in it. Jelly Roll. Interesting. Star-studded cast for Goat, which is now in theaters. Finally in theaters this weekend, Crime 101. Talk about a star-studded cast. It stars Chris Hemsworth, which I keep hearing that he's like done with acting, and then he keeps acting.
He keeps coming back.
Yeah. Monica Barbaro, Barry Cogan, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, and more.
Wow. What is this movie about?
Crime 101. A Los Angeles detective pursues an elusive thief who teams up with an insurance broker for one last heist.
Okay.
That doesn't sound familiar at all. Though Crime 101 is now in theaters, it does have a 89% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Again, not too shabby.
Jake Wilson of the Sydney Morning Herald says, Crime 101 is worth a look, if only for the stacked cast, which includes everyone we just mentioned, plus Nick Nolte and Jennifer Jason Leigh in small roles.
Well, Jennifer Jason Leigh?
Yeah.
I love it.
And Nick Nolte.
That's awesome.
So all of the actors in the world were in Goat and Crime 101 this weekend.
Everybody's involved with the movies for this weekend.
Also, this weekend on streaming, these aren't brand new movies, but making their streaming debut. Predator Badlands is now on Hulu.
I saw a trailer for this, yes.
I've been hoping to watch that, so it's on my list. Also, Eternity is on Apple TV. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, that's the one with Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes,
yeah.
In heaven, and it's her boyfriend who died, and then her boyfriend that she had after the boyfriend died, or something like that.
They're both husbands, but like a husband that died early, and then like a husband that she spent her rest of her life with, and she has to decide who she's going to spend eternity with. Very interesting concept.
So that's on Apple TV, and Blue Moon, which has some Oscar nominations, is now on Netflix. That's Ethan Hawke was nominated for Best Actor. He plays a guy who didn't write Oklahoma.
Oh, the musical?
Yes.
Okay.
He plays not Rodgers or Hammerstein. He plays the guy who didn't write it.
What? Okay.
I guess he's.
I don't understand the concept
looking back
of the movie.
on how he didn't write Oklahoma. I guess he had the opportunity to,
Okay.
in other words. So that is your weekend watch list. Let us know what you watched this weekend at 8772 Radio U or with the talkback button in the Radio U app. Allie, you going to be watching anything?
I'm hoping to go see the new Dracula movie that came out last week, but I'm not sure when I'll get to go to the theaters.
It makes sense. You've said that Dracula is a romance.
Dracula is most definitely a romance. At least the one that is with Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know what you watch. That's your weekend watch list. We'll see you at the movies. This makes me laugh so much. It's a reel of two guys. There's a tree growing over a fence. And so one of these guys owns the property in the building where the tree is on the other side, but it's growing over onto his side, right?
Okay.
So they're going to try to trim the tree, or they need to try to trim the tree. But it's not on their property. And so then it's the debate of who's going to go talk to the neighbor about trimming their tree. Because if it's on your property, you're allowed to mess with it. You're allowed to mess with the part that's on your property.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong, particularly if you don't ask the neighbor whose property it's actually on, that can be a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
If you knock the tree completely over, for example.
Right.
Or if it falls and messes up their fence, or some of the branches mess up their fence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to clear it with the neighbor. So that's already nerve-wracking enough.
Especially if you don't know your neighbor very well.
Yeah, I certainly want to go to my neighbors and ask to cut down stuff of theirs that's growing onto my property.
Yeah.
But there's an extra layer to this one. They show how the tree and everything, and it's growing over a building, so that's why it kind of needs to be trimmed. But they pan over to the neighbor's, I don't know if it's back door or what, but he goes, there's a 55-gallon drum of used Coors Light cans.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, you can't ask this guy.
He goes, whoever goes and asks him, this guy's going to fight us.
Yeah. This is not going to go over well. I'm seeing the video of the cans right now. This drum is full.
It's 55 gallons.
Yeah. Who keeps this?
Me and my family would do this. Not with beer cans, but this was me and 3 siblings and my parents, which didn't drink as much, but with soda cans.
Okay.
And so, because you could take them, and it's depending on where you live, you can take the cans and take them to the recycling center, and then they pay you per the weight of all this.
Oh, I didn't
aluminum.
even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that's why he's probably doing this?
Maybe. I don't know. So he's an alcoholic and he's a cheap alcoholic. Yeah. A frugal alcoholic.
Yeah.
He wants to get literally, from what I remember, that drum, even though it looks like so much, right? That's probably $17 worth of recycling.
Okay. So it's
not
like
it gets big,
Yeah.
but he could just throw them out.
But that's a lot of cans.
Yeah, I was going to say, for 4 of us, siblings, kids going through Mountain Dew like nothing and, energy drinks and whatever, it would take forever to fill up we had the same drum.
Yeah.
This guy, how many people do you think he's having over with Coors Lights?
Oh, I
feel
don't
like
know.
he's just crushing them all on his own.
I mean, he could have buddies, and it'd be like, hey, if you're coming over to hang out, bring a 6-pack with you.
And throw them in the drum when you're done.
Yep. He's definitely to the point where he needs to take this to get his money because it's full.
Now, he's not crushing the cans, so which means he's not smart either because you can fit more in if you just crushed them.
Yeah, these are all
keeping
just
it
regular.
outside where the weather will get in and fill it with water, which is going to make it nasty.
But it probably doesn't smell very good.
No, but then it's so heavy when you need to move it.
Yeah.
Just keep it in a garage or a shed or something like that, or just
maybe he doesn't have room in a garage. These houses look really tiny.
They do.
Is this international? Like it looks like.
No, I don't think so.
It almost doesn't look like America, but I'm not sure.
It might as well be a different country. It's probably, if I had to guess, this is Appalachia somewhere. This is definitely West Virginia or something like that. But yeah, it just made me laugh so much. It's it's already nerve-wracking to have to be to your neighbor that you don't really know, can I mess with your tree?
Yeah. It's
about to fall on my house the next time there's an ice storm. But also, he's got a 55-gallon drum of Coors Light.
Yeah.
It tells a story about this guy. If you've never met him, it just tells you a story that you don't know if you want to be involved in.
I think that's probably unfortunately true. Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.